I've had so many people asking about me, sending well wishes and prayers. I want to thank everybody. And I'm better. The stress of moving, I'm sure it'll happen again, but with Motrin and a hot bath, everything's okay.
I mean, like with herbal tinctures and a hot bath, right?
Today we're going to give you an update about how halter training Luna is going. Ladybug. Goats are doing good, getting big. Still on milk. I spoke to the breeder and she said the mother would probably keep them on milk until September when she was ready to get rebred. So we'll take these guys back to PA next week. Leave them at my aunt's house while we finish up our move, and she can decide if she still wants to keep them on milk or not. In addition to getting 12 ounces of milk 3 times a day, these guys also get grain and free choice hay. The little guy's starting to get it too. He doesn't eat too much of it yet. These guys like it. Because the weather's been a little nicer, we've been able to put Luna in the outside pen, which means twice a day I come here, put on her halter, and I lead her over to Ladybug. So she's come to accept it pretty quickly. She knows it means she's going to get some milk. And we got her a halter that's a little bit bigger than her leather one, so it fits her. It's not so tight anymore. She doesn't mind it at all. I don't leave it on her though when I'm not out here with her. She's pretty easy to catch or put a halter on when she's in this small pen because she knows she can't get away. On the nights or the days where I left her in the larger paddock with Ladybug and she knows she can get away, she's much harder to catch. I have to get her in a corner, and when she knows she's caught, then she won't fight it, but I know what she wants to do right away is head to her mama for milk. I take her a little long way, loop around, so she's following me instead of trying to drag me to where she wants to go. Now last week, she would just plant her feet and wouldn't move. So what I had to do, I was working with her by myself, is have another lead, hook it to my pocket, loop it around her butt. So I'd pull on the front lead and then on that one around her butt pull. So she kind of got a little pressure back here and that would make her walk forward. Because she's a big calf. For me to try to drag her around, it's not easy. We actually, because of the bad weather, started a little late with her. You can start doing this with calves when they're just weeks old, and should. Those goats have a bucket full of feed over there. They don't want it. They want to see what's in my basket. That's goats for you. I've been missing from the videos lately. We've been so busy getting all the boxes packed for the move. We finally finished emptying out the attic, which meant we took everything from the attic down to the basement. Yesterday I got everything boxed up and labeled. So next week when we get the moving truck here, we'll just be able to put everything on there for our first big move. The great move, as the kids are calling it. When we do this first move next week, we're going to take the goats down with us, which will be nice for me because that'll free me up from doing twice a day milking. I won't need so much milk from Ladybug. That'll give me more time to focus on packing and getting everybody else ready for the move. Because after next week, we've got like 3 weeks until we move, right? Because we'll be going away and I need her to be my full-time milker again for the week that we're gone. Every day I'm letting her have more and more of the milk, just so her belly doesn't get upset, so that balance gets worked out in her belly again. The days that I've left her on full-time, she hasn't had any scours or anything though, because I think she's getting bigger and because I fill her up with grain and hay first, she doesn't want to gorge herself quite so much. And then when I take her back to her pen, I bring her pink feed scoop. It's nice, even if she's halter trained, to have her come to a feed scoop. And that's our training for this morning. It takes about 15 minutes. It doesn't add much time. We've seen such a difference that just a little training every day makes. Austin tried to lead her somewhere last week and she just dropped herself, threw herself on the ground, did a Jersey flop. But she hasn't done that all week. 2 times a day she's been doing great. That's just with a little bit of training every day. I'm sure you noticed my new overalls. They were a gift from a really cool clothing designer out west called Revive All Clothing, Laura Lee LaRue. They're awesome. My insulated ones are just getting a little too warm for the warmer weather. So I've got these cool corduroy ones now. Laura sent them to us and wanted to know how they would hold up for everyday farm chores. Laura will give them a good test. She makes really cool clothes that are inspired by the Wild West, so like apron dresses, overalls. She makes them all using upcycled fabrics or dead stock fabrics and materials to reduce the waste. She's got a fantastic Instagram, Revive All Clothing. Go check her out and say you're there from Homesteady. I love these pockets today because it is cold out and they're keeping my hands very warm. They're nice deep pockets. And the blue fabric for a gray day like this, so nice and bright. It reminds us the spring is actually coming. Thanks, Laura. Go check her out on Instagram. Thank you again to everybody who was making sure I was okay. Austin took good care of me.